Hello friends, welcome to Only IAS. In today's video, we will be discussing an important component from Indian Express Explained, that is regarding Indo-US 2+2 dialogue. Keeping in mind the background, that is there has been recently a 2+2 format between India and USA. So on the basis of that, we will be discussing what is 2+2, right? With which countries India is currently using this format, so on and so forth. At the same time, you can relate this particular topic with your GS2 syllabus, that is effect of policies and politics of developed and developing countries on India's interest, right? So let's start the topic. Why actually are we discussing this? The reason is, very recently the fourth 2+2 dialogue between India and USA has been recently conducted in Washington DC. And if you are wondering what is 2+2 in this meaning, see, 2 here means 2 ministers from India and at the same time 2 corresponding members from United States. What are these 2 members? From India it was External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, at the same time Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh. So these were the 2 ministers from India. At the same time, the 2 counterparts from United States of America, that is Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. So this is the meeting, or you can say this is a dialogue between External Affairs Minister of India and Defense Minister with the counterparts from the United States of America. The reason is, see, India and USA, they are natural allies, they are strategic partners. Because of this reason, this dialogue is extremely important for both the countries. Now let's look into the fact that with which other countries India is currently doing the 2+2 format. It is currently within these 4 countries. One is obviously USA. It started in 2018. Then we moved to Japan as well in 2019. Australia was also there 2021, and lastly in 2021 Russia. We also started doing 2+2 dialogue engagement with Russia as well, right? If you clearly look at this, you will find that the first 3, that is USA, Japan and Australia, what are they? They are the Quad members. So you can clearly see that India with all the Quad members, that is USA, Australia and Japan, is conducting 2+2 dialogues. Lastly, India and Russia have also started this particular reason. Now what is the reason? See, the reason is mainly to increase the strategic and security interest. At the same time, a 2+2 ministerial dialogue enables both the partners, be it India and USA, India and Japan, India and Australia, or India or Russia. It enables both the partners in order to better understand what the strategic concerns are, what are the sensitivities in the international relations, how can we account various political factors that are building in both the countries, so that they can maintain a much stronger, much integrated strategic partnership with each other in this changing global scenario, right? Now let's deep dive into how has been our dialogue with United States of America. See, India is the world's largest democracy, right? At the same time, what is USA? USA is the world's oldest democracy. So the 2 most important democracies of the world, when they are coming together, when they are having dialogue with each other, that is a reflection of shared commitment. A shared commitment for what? Of commitment for increasing their synergies in diplomatic and security efforts, so that this particular strategic partnership can have a proper vision in the coming future. So this is why the dialogue with USA is extremely important for both the countries. Now some of the foundational pacts have been signed between India and USA. Some of them have been before India started having 2+2 with USA, and some have been accordingly as a result as well. For example, you must have heard about GSOMIA. What is GSOMIA? It is General Security of Military Information Agreement. I repeat, General Security of Military Information Agreement. See, this was signed back in 2002. In this, there was intelligence sharing. What was there? Intelligence sharing between India and USA, right? So this is a bit old, I can say a foundational pact, but later on in the last 5 to 6 years, 3 other important pacts have also been signed. First one among them is LEMOA. LEMOA is Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement. Just try understanding what is logistic exchange. See, India and USA, they can use the military bases of each other. For what purpose? So as to resupply, repair, refueling. All these purposes have been covered under Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement. So basically, if one partner trusts the other partners so that it can make use of some of its valuable assets, in that case the LEMUA was signed so that a better coordination in these particular sphere can be improved between India and USA. This was signed in 2016. Then when India had first 2+2 dialogue with United States of America, after that COMCASA, that is Communication Capability and Security Agreement, was signed between India and USA. Now what is COMCASA? See, there has to be some kind of secure communication exchange between the two countries during when there are some training exercise or when there are some operation. So these secure communication and sharing of information is accounted under COMCASA, that is Communication Capability and Security Agreement. As I already said, this was after 2+2 dialogue in 2018. Then third one is BECA, Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement. This was very recently signed in 2020. What the two countries are thinking of doing here, that is exchange of geospatial information, right? When the geospatial information is shared between the two countries, it actually enhances the operational efficiency of the different platforms which are operated by each other countries. So this is the reason that there can be highly classified information can be shared in real time without the information actually getting compromised. So this is the importance of the different foundational pacts between the India and United States of America. UPSC has already recognized the importance of these foundational pacts and has asked them in the previous year mains questions as well, right? Let's look into further that what has been the scope of this particular dialogues and how has it actually been increasing over the years. See, recently in this 2+2 dialogue, Russia-Ukraine issue was discussed. You are very well aware what Russia-Ukraine issue is and how it has been working. See, United States of America has been extremely critical of Russia in this particular scenario. However, India on the other hand has maintained a kind of, you can say, neutral stand, because India stands for peace. It has to act in self-interest. India believes in sovereignty, right? Because of this, even though that countries like United States of America have been putting some kind of sanctions on Russia, but India has clearly stated that it will act in its self-interest, but at the same time it stands for peace as well and supports the territorial integrity of Ukraine. So India is trying to maintain a balanced stand between the various countries. So this particular issue was discussed in detail between this dialogue. At the same time, the countries have also been working on empowering Quad, that is the Indo-Pacific region. You are very well aware that the Quad tries to ensure a rule-based Indo-Pacific region. So that's why the two countries' engagement is extremely critical in this point. At the same time, some other issues like climate change, vaccine development, so that COVID can be tackled easily. At the same time, you are very well aware that China has been on an expansionist streak. Like for example, take the case of South China Sea. There is 9-dash line. At the same time, in Indian Ocean, China is also trying to increase its influence. So both the countries are in the favor of having various norms and respecting the aspects of international relation. So you can very well see that how the two countries can benefit each other by some kind of mutual support. Moreover, in this particular dialogue, the Biden administration has also reaffirmed its commitment to support India's permanent membership in reformed United Nations Security Council. So you can very well see that how it has been, the coordination has been expanding over the year. Also, India is not a member of currently Nuclear Suppliers Group, but United States of America is supporting the India's entry as an exception to Nuclear Suppliers Group. So I hope you would understand how the two countries have been progressing over the year, what are the new developments between the two countries, and how these 2+2 dialogues with the various countries help us to increase strategic and relations between these countries, right? So friends, this is it for this video. Keep working hard. Goodbye and good luck.